Welcome back to another game. My rating is receding, flip-flopping a bit. What do I look? If I looked at this, c5 okay against this, we play standard d6. Maybe I could even play c5 now. Definitely playing c5 now. Get this guy going. Interesting though, takes, you put your bishop there. And what happens? Can I take the rook? Okay. This is interesting, and now this pawn's quite challenging to defend, no? So here. One. If one for one, then takes for takes. And we're back here. Chaotic. Takes here. Maybe this. If I do, yes, what was I thinking? So here, takes. This is it. Yeah, you can block with this. Part of me just likes takes. Let's go for this. Feels quite a bit like the Grunfeld-esque. This would be quite an interesting one to look at afterwards, because I'm sure it must be relatively thematic. Knight takes, interesting. I feel like this is now my guy to go after. So I think I'm just going to pop this out here. You probably play this. Maybe we'll throw in a check. Probably quite happy to see the check actually, because my light square bishop, where's it really going to go? It's going to sit here, or it's going to go here. And if it's going out here, it's to usually to trade itself for a knight on f3. Because if it comes here and gets kicked away, it's not coming here because of this. So if it goes here, h3, you're coming straight back again, so that's not what you want to do. I'm only putting it there to do some damage down this diagonal. And when there's no knight there, there's no damage to be done. So the short-term threat is I'm attacking this pawn. You can maybe put your bishop there. I think I will castle, and I'll be very scared if you throw your h pawn at me. Maybe if you go bishop there, and if you go a bit slow with it, surely you're going to play your knight here, aren't you? Like, where's this knight going otherwise? Well, this could be an idea. Maybe you're playing c4 and c5. Yeah, fine. c3, your knight out. I'm going to castle. Might put my knight here. Takes, feels good. But yeah, actually, like I said, okay, bishop goes there. Interesting maneuver. So now I like a6, b5 to gain the tempo and then put it there. I do like that. This pawn isn't particularly... I've also got this. Takes, push. If you take, I take, and then this could be an issue for you. No decent discoveries with your knight. You can't get a check off on me. So takes, takes. Is that annoying? Yes and no. Gives me a nice bishop pair. Doesn't give me anything I can exploit straight away. Or this, therefore. Yeah, I like that. So takes is probably critical, and then takes, and then takes. Is that good for me? Do I want to change my F pawn for his E pawn? Maybe. Right, this is weak, but not so easy to attack. I could continue my idea of doing this. Along this diagonal I've got. Or do I do this? And then it's always going to have a bit of an issue. I think I'm going to take. Right, it's also the most exciting way to play. And if takes, I push. That's nothing. And takes, push. If you take and take, that's fine. I think the best move typically is put your bishop back and takes, and then bishop takes there. And he's on this pawn, which I don't love. Yeah, so takes here, goes back, takes. I've won the bishop pair. But is it any good? Maybe I go for this then. And try and put some pressure on the forward pawn. Or I can play for d5. Takes. And that bishop. Bishop moves here. Then I come back and win a pawn. Yeah, maybe this is the move then. Here takes, and if you want to save your bishop, you put it here. And then I go back here, and you go, you let me have it. There you go here, and then I can go takes, but then you get takes there, but then I can, yeah, let's play this. Let's go this way. If I go here and you go here, again, I won the bishop pair. I'm going to play this. I'm playing this. Yeah, for me it's like a move order thing of like taking the pawn first or playing d5 first. It's nice to have the options though. That's good for my time. We're only on move 8. I'm sure a6, b5 is also a perfectly valid plan. It opens up my, yeah, maybe if I did that and that, then I don't know why I'm bothering to look at that. I think that was fine. I think taking was okay. I just didn't really like the fact that he'd end up with a bishop on this diagonal in terms of how I'd end up trying to develop that. Maybe I could have wiggled my bishop up to c6. But I needed to descend b7 first. Okay, so now I'm threatening this bishop, and like I say, if you want to defend it, you're coming here. And I'm going to come back here for this bishop, then threatening this knight twice. So I think here, and I think you have to play bishop here, because at the end of the line I'm going to want to put a rook on e8, as we will see. Because if you don't do that, I think rook e8 wins at the end of the line. So here, if you go back, which looks the most logical, I can then take, and you can take this pawn here, and I would have rook e8, for, pinning the bishop to the king, which is why you have to go here to prevent me doing that at the end of the line. So you would go here, I would go here, you would go here. I could then go for the same sequence of takes, but you take there, and actually then you... no, because I still have... I have check. You'd have to block the queen. Oh, and the queen also defends the bishop. Interesting. So here, I can't attack. Okay. Scrap all prior plans. We had a trade. I've got a bishop pair. I've alleviated the centre. This feels good for me. I'm going to get my bishop on this long diagonal. This bishop's not okay. This is probably the most principled, but I like this. If I go here, then queen there. And bishop out, takes. Still might be able to catch his rooks off like that. What else can I do to kind of prevent this? I can play sensible with my knight here. I can try and trade one off. Putting it on the dark square is sensible. Am I happy with? I think I'm happy with the queen trade. I've got to be a bit careful of a knight getting in here. So is this a move? I was thinking as a pawn sacrifice. It's like takes and then queen here. But this isn't even, you don't even have to sacrifice to do that, and then I'm forced back. And if I go back trying to... yeah, then this is playable. Because on the queen here I then got this with the queen defending it, so actually on this I'm coming back. And I've got two pieces attacking the knight, and you would play knight out, and I will play bishop out. Yep. And maybe if the queens come off, like if he goes for this trade line with queens off, I can maybe try and do this. I'm hoping the bishops might be better than knights at some point. You know, also eyeing up potential coming in this way. It's very drawish, I think. The 3 on 2 on this side might be better for them. In the eventual endgame, having a passer on the queen side. But I can try a minority attack and bust up his structure a bit. Probably just need to discombobulate his structure and coordination of pieces. Don't quite know what that looks like. But the light, it doesn't have a light squared bishop, so playing f5 isn't so bad, and that's what I was saying, supporting that with like e4 isn't so bad, and if he tries to chip away at it and we end up like trading some my e pawn for his f pawn, then his dark squares become a bit weaker. Okay, so you're trying to go in here. I see that. I can play this. And then you can play this. Or I can play this. Knight a6 is fine. Or rook c8, no, it's a bit limiting. I think this is best. I think so. Yeah, there's another light squared bishop to attack that a6 knight. I'm going to try and keep some time on my clock now where possible. Best places for my rooks. One definitely on the d file. Next question is, do I want one behind my e pawn or on the c file? I feel like the c file is probably better. Right, but not straight away because this is a threat. Well, unless this knight moves. Say knight comes here, then I can come here. Because if takes, I chase you away. You're forced back there, and then I play bishop here, attacking the loose knight and the rook. Okay, that is no longer a threat. Bishop back. You'd play this, maybe? And maybe I want to move my knight and play a6, but that might weaken my b6 square. Options, options, options. I think this is fine. Ask you what you're doing. I really want to move this knight. So I want to put it there and get a bishop pair but have split pawns C and A. Not overly. Okay. Now you can come back here. Yeah, also realising that this is the idea, isn't it? To try and okay. So I can get my knight out. And on this, play here. On this, play here. On this. I can play him now. No, I want to play him back. And there, and there, and then there. It doesn't matter. So here, here, here. Yeah, attacks the bishop. So it's not time for this. Bishop goes back. Yeah, so I'm going to keep time on my clock and then burn through loads. So here to go here. So maybe to go here I could maybe think about f6 first. And then if you go back, if I go here then you can come in, takes. Okay. What to play a5? Fine if you play a5 I think. Here. What about this? Maybe this. This structure is good. It gives me the bishop. Which I'll take. Okay. You taking here? You pushing? No, we're not pushing. We're playing this. No, this is attacked as well. Missed that. What's the draw? Do we want to draw? Probably. So otherwise I'm going here, not here. Takes, there. You just need to get his knights moved and get infiltrated. And if I get access to the B file, that will be useful. Let's play on. I think a draw would be. I think if it was someone within 20 points, I would have accepted it, but 80 points, nah. This. Takes. So what am I doing on this? Takes. Push. Okay, goes that way. Okay. I can push again. I can snap it off. I actually quite like taking, pushing. I'm gonna go for this. think with the pawn might not be a bad bet here for him. Alternatively takes this was useful. On this. So takes here. Would you no, sure. You'd take with a knight, couldn't you? I think with knight might be quite good. Maybe I should play this first, because this is a move, and then I can go here, and you go here, and I take there, and you take there, no you don't, you take, you wimp, you absolute wimp, this, no I'm playing this first, definitely. So your knight's still semi-stuck. If this here, or here, I can go here, can't I? Take, you get back ranked. What's going on? Yeah, I think we're making a bit of progress. Oh, I've got this. Yes. Yeah, this is huge. Yeah. All part of the master plan. Yeah. Yeah, I've got this. So position move, but then I take here, I'm still threatening back rank. Yeah, so now what about this? Oh. What can you do here? You can pick up 2 pawns for it, which might actually be quite scary because you might get on here. Yeah. Takes here. Okay, so if I take there, then this is what we need to watch out for. Do I insert this? No, so takes there, goes over here, 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 here. We take this pawn. We're not scared. let's get. Let's copy that. Oh, this isn't new than this. What is this? So I think you've got to play something silly like this. And then I go here. And I go here. You go here. Oh no, you can't go here because then I get you. I go here. And you would go. Not there. You would. Yeah, okay. I go there. And if you go there, I get you. And if you go away from the diagonal, I can always move back here. I think this is okay. Feels like a really useful move. I can do this, or I can maybe check and then come back. Yeah, maybe check, come back, just so you pinned. Yep, and now here. Just trying to see if there's any takes. Like this, this. Surely wins. Takes. Do I want to take? Or do I want to go here? Check. Up. No more checks. If I go here and you take, I take with the rook. You take, I take with the rook. Yeah, that was. I'm going here. You get one check and one check only. I can always run away. Yeah, I can always run away. Do I check and come back? No, I think having the bishop pin is useful. She takes. Taking is useful as well, isn't it? If you go, something bad's going to happen to this rook's on a dark square, so I can get a discovery with it. Off. Well, I'm glad I played on. I wonder at the point of offering a draw though, I think I was probably... Nah, you can't do this. Takes, and then you either... You move your king. Yeah, nice. Well, all there. Threatening mate. If you move out the way you get mated, and if you takes there. You take there, so there, check, there. I think either way was fine, taking with the bishop. Maybe that's a bit more forcing. I think they're both totally winning. because I'm threatening rook b1 mate here. And check, I go up. Still threatening mate, you check me, I go there. There's no more checks. Thankfully my bishop covers on a7. Even then I could have found a way to hide. So given that I'm threatening rook b1. Okay, so I go up. And I go over, there's no more checks. This still keeps coordination as well. Okay, I'm going to go this way. I can take here, I suppose. It's a nice move. Takes the pawn, defends the bishop. Okay. Here is fine. Wrap a bishop, we should be okay. His king's cut off. We should be okay. Cool. Let's take a look at that then. Yeah, so c5 here really good as well. Wins you an extra 1% of games. Engine prefers this. c5 here. Engine still prefers white. Okay, so here knight f6 is best in the engine's database. Only 33 games though. Knight takes, then there. Yeah, this is starting to be favourable for me in practice. So yeah, the choice here was d5, knight takes, or a6. Engine likes a6, engine likes d5 best. Nice. Takes. So this trade, I was feeling, yeah, I was, okay, I'm going to push, queen comes out. Fine, minus 0.4, it was just difficult to work out where my edge is. No doubt I'll probably get it down to 0.0 soon. We kind of shuffled around a bit. Was it here that you offered a draw? No, not yet. Okay, so now I have the proud owner of a bishop pair. I just, yeah. Okay, I liked e6 more, but this is still good. I was happy to see him go this way. I didn't really know what I was going to do on this. Bishop there, then knight here. Takes, I don't know. He went that way. Still got a slight edge. Rook takes. Yeah, rook back felt far too passive. I suppose if you bring your knight forward, I get the pawn for free, don't I? Because I threaten back rank. So you go back. Yeah, so I think my tactic, which I didn't see until after I'd played it, actually works here. There, and then this. So that allows knight to find it, so it's more powerful without doing that. And then bishop back, so I win the piece here. Taking the pawn is still good because I have f5, which I did see. Then actually bishop c5 just kind of covers all the good squares. If you go after my bishop, I get a tempo back. Yeah, rook infiltration is good. Fine, taking with the bishop, maybe you were forced to take with your rook, I don't know. So the only thing is like if you go here, jack here, here. Yeah, I'd have picked up the rook anyway. Fine, and taking with this. Yeah. Fine. This is less good, but I'm using up a bishop. So nice. Thanks for watching.